Topping today's news, we get the latest on Hurricane Erin. School administrators meet to strategize ahead of the new school year. 2 die in a traffic accident on Grand Bahama, and another shark attack in the Abacos. This time, a spear fisherman the victim. Jcn Evening News. I'm Jcn Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. With now Category 4, Hurricane Erin still looming in the area of the southeastern and central Bahamas, there is still a tropical storm warning in effect for the southeastern Bahamas and a tropical storm watch for the central Bahamas as Erin churns out winds of up to 140 miles per hour. The Disaster Risk Management Authority held a press conference on Sunday to get residents ready for potential impacts. According to Leon Lundy, Minister of State responsible for disaster risk management, and Aaron Sargent, the Managing Director of the DRM Authority, emergency programs for a number of islands have been set in motion.
The Disaster Risk Management Authority is closely monitoring Erin's track, and we are in full coordination and cooperation with the Family Island administrators and our emergency support function groups. Each has been asked to review and activate their preparedness plans as needed. For residents in the Southeast Bahamas, this means being prepared. The DRM team stands ready to respond and has partially activated the National Disaster Emergency Operations Center. In addition, at 12 noon, we fully activated the Southern Islands, their incident command centers, and again, which includes Inagua, Miguana, Crooked Island, and Auckland. 5 Family Island administrators have all been briefed and stand ready alongside our partners at the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to activate shelters in these districts if the need arises.
6 residents were evacuated from Samana Key out of precaution. All boaters, especially in the south and central Bahamas, you're advised to remain in port due to rough seas. Erin is moving west-northwest at 10 miles per hour and is expected to become an even larger hurricane over the next few days. Today, the Ministry of Education hosted its annual Public Schools Administrators Conclave ahead of the new 2025 school year. The gathering took place at the British Colonial Hilton as administrators from around the country discussed and strategized for the upcoming academic year. The Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, Glenys Hannah Martin, began by thanking the administrators for the work they do in helping national development.
I want to begin very simply, and I won't be long, by thanking all of you for your service to our country and to the advancement of young people in this nation. Collectively, this room represents very likely thousands of years of experience in education. You are the pivotal forces which ensure the operational smoothness and quality control at our more than 160 schools and for some 50,000 children and young people.
Hannah Martin said the Davis administration recognizes how critical the work of the school administrators is to the country. She reassured them that the government will give them the tools needed to be successful.
To equip our leaders in this mission, we must ensure your continuous professional development and professional support and construct a living curriculum that aligns the student with the future. In this academic year, it is our intent that we will see these reforms, both operational and philosophical, unfold, and some are already underway. And no doubt, there will be discussions around these initiatives in your sessions during this conclave. I think it important to note that this Davis administration has earnestly sought to materially demonstrate its commitment to education as a national priority, to be respectful and responsive to our education leaders, and not only through salary revisions and improved benefits. We understand the critical partnership and the dire urgency of education reform.
Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles was also in attendance, as school security on and off campus is also one of the major topics the administrators were set to discuss. Meanwhile, on the sidelines of today's conclave, the Minister of Education, Glenys Hannah Martin, also provided media with an update on repairs going on to the various schools around the country in time for the new school year. She is confident those repairs will be done in time for the school reopening in about 2 weeks from now.
Well, it's a very aggressive timeline, and the contractors are pushing. And based on my report from the Ministry of Works and our internal team, our contractors should be completed before the reopening of school. We've been able to achieve that every year since taking office, and we don't think there'll be any difference this year.
The Education Minister expressed her satisfaction in regards to the progress being made in education in the system itself since the COVID-19 pandemic. Now 5 years later, students are beginning to catch up once again. Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard is blasting rising electricity costs, calling them a national crisis. Speaking outside the Grand Bahama Power Company on Sunday, Mr. Pintard pointed to bills that he says are crushing Bahamian families, especially those on Grand Bahama.
Electricity bills have jumped to shocking levels. Some residents have opened power bills that are well over $1,000. This is not a small issue. In fact, this is a crisis. And it's not just happening in Grand Bahama. Throughout our family islands and New Providence, Bahamians are facing rising bills and unreliable service.
Mr. Pintard is also demanding transparency from the Grand Bahama Power Company and greater accountability from the regulators as well as the Davis administration.
Today, we want full transparency from GBPC on its fuel hedging practices and the continued hurricane recovery surcharge. We also want an immediate investment in better infrastructure and a more affordable fuel mix that will bring relief to our customers.
The F&M leader urged residents to speak out about their frustrations and even encourage them to share their bills, saying that electricity is a necessity, not a luxury. And finally, police on the island of Grand Bahama are investigating a fatal traffic accident that occurred shortly after 2 a.m. on Sunday, which claimed the lives of 2 men and injured 2 women. One of the women critically injured, the other one receiving minor injuries. The accident took place at the junction of East Atlantic Drive and Tamarind Street in Freeport, just east of East Sunrise Highway. The investigation continues to see what was the cause of the 47th and 48th traffic fatalities for the year. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.